So if they want to have events like the event you're having here today, they would bring them to the 16th Street Baptist Church. So if they want to hear W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington debate, they would bring it to the 16th Street Baptist Church. Mary McLeod Bethune speak, she would come to the 16th Street Baptist Church. Paul Robeson, 16th Street Baptist Church. Jackie Robinson spoke at the 16th Street Baptist Church. Marian Anderson has done a concert at the 16th Street Baptist Church. And the list goes on and on. But what the church is most noted for is what happened in 1963 when Dr. King was asked to come here by Dr. Shuttlesworth to desegregate the parks in the school. They in April and May of 1963 organized campaign Convocation C, where they were going to confront the power structure about the injustice and the inequality that was going on in Birmingham. They started out with sit-ins, and that didn't make much effect. But in May 1963, they would fill the church with young people. In this church, 2,000 young people, and let them out the doors, 50 at a time, into the park that's across the street, and they were met with billy clubs, fire hoses, and policemen. And Dr. King's whole purpose was to fill up the jails so that they would be seen on this new invention called television, because Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook wasn't around back then. I wish I had some people that remember black and white TV. 3 channels. ABC, NBC, and CBS. Well, I'm in the right house. So once they got it on television, President Kennedy, who was soft on civil rights, ordered the National Guards to come here, and they brokered a deal to desegregate the parks in the school. Dr. King was arrested in Birmingham, where he wrote his letter from the Birmingham jail, and that emboldened him to go to Washington to lead the March on Washington. 18 days after Dr. King said, "I have a dream," 18 days after he said he wanted his children to be judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin, the response to his "I have a dream" speech was to bomb this church on September 15, 1963. At 10:22 a.m. after the Sunday school hour, and the lesson that day was titled "A Love That Forgives." It was Youth Sunday, and 5 girls were changing in the bathroom to get their choir robes on to sing in the choir. Addie Mae Collins, Denise McNair, Cynthia Wesley, Carol Robeson lost their lives. Sarah Collins was blinded by the bombing. The bomb went off on this section of the church. Every window to my left was blown out. But if you look at the window where Jesus Christ is knocking on the door, the only damage done to that window was the face of Christ was blown out, and everything else was left intact. God is indeed no respecter of person. As you can imagine, bedlam and pandemonium were in the streets of Birmingham. 2 other boys were killed that day. So 6 young people lost their lives September 15th, 1963. And it let Birmingham take introspection of themselves. And a lot of people said that they were not for the races coming together in the schools in the park, but they were not for terrorism and murder, which that was on that day. That bomb was heard not only in Birmingham, but throughout the world. So much so that the people of Wales, if you look into the balcony in 1965, donated that window to the church to show their solidarity with the church. John Penn said he wanted all the children of Wales to be able to donate to the project, so nobody could donate more than $5. And he drew a portrait of a black man suffering in the South like Christ on the cross, with one hand pushing out hatred, the other hand open up for forgiveness, bullets going through the chest, and on the bottom it says, "You do it to me," because Matthew 25, if I got some Sunday school people in the house, let you know, Jesus said, if you do it to the least of these, you've also done it to me. 16th Street Baptist Church has now become a National Historic Landmark in 2006. We are part of the National Birmingham Civil Rights National Monument, and we want to just take this time to welcome you to this place today, and that you would enjoy yourself as we worship God and praise Him for bringing us a mighty, mighty, mighty long way.